So I had a very tough time to collect the data, and maybe I'm a little mistaken with all those topics and the context of the slides. Okay, this is the normal patient. What we see now as the glaucoma increases, the field decreases. Now, at this stage, when there is only the central field at the advanced glaucoma stage, here comes the part of the quality of light comes to play. Because when you see the early stage glaucoma, there may be some scotomas here and there. The patient can compromise with the head tilt or the body tilt. They can even drive. Maybe they cannot drive the Formula car, but they can drive or they can do their normal activity. The compromise comes when it's an advanced stage of glaucoma. We have to do something to this patient to lead a good quality of life. At least he or she can see or read or do some household work till death. So classification of the visual based on the function. There are three types of vision loss. In glaucoma patient, this is the peripheral vision loss, and as this is a geriatric disease and old age, some central vision loss is also there. In many patients we see there's an associated AMD, and again the old age, the cataract and the corneal problems comes. So all these are mixed up in this glaucoma patient, and the quality of life is a little hampered. The history has to be taken carefully. Understand the visual requirement and the difficulties of the patient. Distance vision problem, what the patient wants. Watching the TV, blackboard, bus numbers, etc. And for near, reading newspaper, and for old age, religious books is in many of the patients are interested on. Whether difficulties in daily activities like shaving, for the females, cooking, grooming, etc. Difficulties in the bright light. So again, the very last stage of glaucoma, and only the central vision is there. Three part has to be taken care of in this type of patient, because in this central vision, they have reduced contrast sensitivity, they increase glare and reduce visual acuity. All three comes into play, and the life is little compromised. Now what the problem is? The problem is more falls, more motor vehicles at collisions, greater difficulty with the mobility of the patient, and increased risk of being hit by a car while crossing the road. This is studied by the Magden and Cowden at the Los Angeles Latino High Study in Ophthalmology study in 2008, where the impact of the visual field on health-related quality of life in the glaucoma patients. In the early stage of glaucoma, you can give the specs, you can do some counseling, you can get over, the patient can lead a life. When in the moderate stage, where the moderate loss of function, there can be education and also some form of counseling. The real problems come in the debilitating function loss in the end stage, where the elaborate strategies has to be taken care to lead a good quality of life. The goals of visual rehabilitation, the challenges are the ambulation of the patient for the daily normal activity, spotting of objects, reading is very important for the old age people, and the difficulty against are the glare. If we can do something for this patient, it can lead to the good independence of the patient, where he can have the good confidence of himself, self-esteem, and can lead a better quality of life. Coming to the examination sequence, when you're sitting in the opposite side of the table and the patient comes to us, see how the patient walks. Is the patient accompanied by someone? Is the patient using the walking sticks? Or is he getting dashed, or sight vision is lost because of the misjudging obstacles and getting dashed with some objects? or the patient is a head tilt and fixing eccentrically. When the patient comes to a table and sit down, take a very good history. Make the patient into your confidence so that the patient can tell his or her problems. In any glaucoma patient, is the location of the spots, the scotomas, the central, peripheral, overall, in one eye or both eyes. What's the severity of the visual field? Duration and onset. Is it timing? Is it a constant scotoma or the fluctuating scotoma? The modifying factors are also there, and associated symptoms always stays with the age old. And you have to give a task at home, the job responsibility, what the patient wants. You have to take in care. And the associated ocular morbidities again comes into play. So you have to take and give more time to the patient. You have to talk with the patient. You have to have a good counseling, and what the patient wants is important. Not the patient, what we want to give to the patient is not there. What the patient wants. Wants to lead a good quality of life, or the patient wants to treat the IOP and other things. The examination sequence, there are some gadgets are there, but the visual acuity in the long distance, the high contrast charts in the bright lighting condition is there. And try to make it a simulate a real world experience. And the charts which are used, as per the books it said, ETDRS chart is a better one than that of the normal Slemons chart what we use it. And for the near, is a card that is being used for the near testing, the Bailey-Lowick card. You can, with that card, you can see what the near vision is. The field examination. Understand the remaining visual field. And for that, the Goldman perimeter is the best option. There are other automated perimeter, or even go to a tangent screen also. And the refraction has to be meticulously done. The problem of this advanced glaucoma was the contrast sensitivity. The visual acuity of the low contrast sensitivity will depend on the level of contrast of the chart. It has been seen that 25% contrast chart patient will read more letters compared to the 5% of the chart. It gives insight into the quality of vision, helps in early detection of the visual loss, and it gives some unexpected information, mild vision loss also. So what's the solution? The solution is magnification of the objects. You can give an increased illumination or the contrast enhancement. Glare testing, another problem faced by the patients. Photophobia in sunlight. Coming to the near vision devices. The 4 types of near vision devices. Because this old patient, one thing is that what the patient wants, to see the distance one more or see the near one more. Most of the patient will tell, I want to read, I want to see the near one. Distant, at least they can compromise with the head tilt or anything with the TV or go near to the TV and see some object. For the nearly normal activity, old age, when no work is there, sitting idle, everything is well. At least if we give some near vision devices so that he or she can read, at least they can feel better. So near vision devices, 4 types are there. We can use a spectacle magnifier, handheld magnifier, stand magnifier, and electronic magnifier. This is a spectacle magnifier. These are high power convex lenses are used in very small size frames to reduce the weight and thickness and aberrations. What are the advantages? These are familiar devices, hand-free, wide-field, and is very economical. Disadvantage 1, the very close working distance. Handheld magnifiers. This consists of the convex lenses of different powers and diameters. It has to be kept at a distance of its focal length from the reading matter. Advantages: comfortable walking distance, easy to use, can be used with or without near vision glasses. The disadvantages: one hand is always occupied and it focuses on the particular distance and is difficult to use for a prolonged period of time. Coming to the stand magnifier, limitation of hand magnifier is constant focusing. Here, just slide along the pages. Patient unsteady hands can be taken care of, and long hours of reading is there. Disadvantage: bigger, is not easy to carry. The latest gadgets are the electronic magnifier. Excellent devices for reading. Is a 25 times magnification with a CCT system, maximum magnification, and also has a good contrast loss and no distortion. These are some of the near magnification gadgets are there. One is a television CCD monitor. We can increase the size of the alphabets. And another is an optron insert, is the right side. This is known as an optron. Just hold this object in front. You can see a direct larger view of all the letters and everything. Next thing is a text magnifier. And again the normal one, in the middle was the cell phone magnifier. It has been designed by the Nokia, it is known as the PXTV. The low visual aid patient can get it from the Nokia if they can apply it. And last is the scanner reader, which is known as the SARA. Coming to the telescope, only solution for the distance visions to see the TV, black holes, etc. It's a two types, Galilean and a Keplerian. Another very important thing has come out is the telescope bioptic. It's a two-lens system, permits the limited mobility, where there is small telescopes are fitted in the top portion of the spectacles for magnification, and the patient is able to work seeing below the telescope without magnification. Advantage is the compact, cosmetically superior, very lightweight, but the problem is one is very expensive. Small spatial telescope is a telemicroscope. Telescope converted to a microscope for near vision. Convex lens reading cap on the telescope side is being fitted. Now come to the field enhancement. We can see the near vision has been taken care of. If the patient wants the field enhancement, natural scanning, the patient can go for the head swing and see the objects. Patient can move or rotate the eyes for the eye sweeps, and slower approach, slow speed has to be taken care of. Artificial expansion is there. Transforming the patient peripheral into the patient's visual field. Visual patient remaining central field. And other things. Now we can use a reverse telescope in the left hand side. We can use a magnified side vision is little more. You can use the more minus lenses. And one of the things is that you can use lots of Fresnel prisms to increase the field of vision. And the glare control, which can be done by the polarizing lenses, anti-reflective coating, photochromatic lenses, etc. Some of the non-optical devices are there. Effect of the optical magnification can be enhanced by the non-optical devices for difficulty in reading and writing. Even with the difficulty in holding reading matters, reading stands is available. Long use and a hand free can be done. Some of the non-optical devices are there. Universal remote system where the large button remotes are there. Even the telephone, large button and the brighter, large size objects can be there. 1, 2, 3, 4 can have. And the typoscope, this is a paper which is You can feel the paper, there is a line and the broader line and the contrast sensitivity also increase. We can, these papers can be used. Environmental modification. Environmental modification to improve contrast, daily tasks without optical and non-optical, highlighting the edges of stairs to aid in climbing down safely, doorknobs, different colors, etc. For women in the working in the kitchen, the color chopping board, glass tops, beeping, etc. High tech in low vision. This is the main problem we have to face by the poor patients. The computer is part of the day-to-day life. Easy to read and write. And there's lots of electronic magnifiers are there with the CCTV, etc. And the success tips: use the least magnification needed, eccentric fixed section training, adequate lighting. This is a type of a light which is known as the gooseneck lamp. It avoids the glare and reflectivity of the objects. To conclude, the patient with the advanced glaucoma possesses significant challenges. Patient functional problems should guide the choice of the strategy, what the patients want. Lots of motivation and training keys are keys for adaptive devices. That's being not only the doctor, the counselor, the paramedics, the patient's family has to be taken care of. So the big support network comprises the family members, friends, healthcare personnel, help this patient in a bigger way. So to lead a good quality of life in this all the compromised eye, there are gadgets are there, but the teamwork is very important, and the patient's confidence has to be taken into account that you are not blind, you won't get blind. At least will part of it try that to treat you, but whatever the vision is there, you have to compromise your life, maybe with some gadgets or not, or with some counseling, etc. Thank you very much.